Hello, everybody. It is Divine Feminine Day. Yay! My favorite Divine Feminines. I love you guys. You are incredible. You are amazing. You are wonderful. You are enlightened. You are making a difference in this world. You are so incredibly important. And some of you just don't even know it. So I am here to shine the light on the incredible and beautiful value that you, the Divine Feminine, only you can bring into this world. And if you're here, it's because you've been seeking for answers about your twin flame experience, and you've got this person that has served as a massive catalyst in your life. You might even feel like you're going a little bit crazy. You've never experienced anything like this before, because not only does it bring this person into your world that turns everything upside down, but like literally everything is suddenly upside down, and you're experiencing spiritual experiences, coming across information, having synchronicities, things that your mind cannot explain. And that's all normal and part of the process for you, Divine Feminine. So stay tuned to this channel, because we are going to be going into some pretty deep spiritual teachings that are going to help you understand what is going on with you in your twin flame journey. 100%, we are going to help you guys figure it out. I mean, we're still figuring it out ourselves. Don't get us wrong, because we are all in this journey together. But some of us are at different stages, different places. You know, there's people who are ahead of me. There's people who I'm ahead of. And sometimes people come from behind me and just right past me. And sometimes it takes us a little bit longer. Do not judge your journey, okay? Because I promise you, it is all unfolding and happening as it is for a very valid reason, because you are special, you are incredible, and only you can bring this message in to your world, to your circle, to your sphere of influence the way that you can. As you know, if you've been listening to my channel, the Celtic Cross Tarot Spread is my favorite tarot spread, which is why it is reserved only for you guys, my Divine Feminines, because you guys are the ones who deserve to have the Celtic Cross. You're the ones, after all, who are trying to figure all of this stuff out, right? And the Celtic Cross is a special tarot spread, and so it's yours. It's only for you. So what is in Divine Feminine's current situation right now? And for those of you also that know me, some of you do and some of you don't, I love Alice in Wonderland, because Alice in Wonderland is an allegorical tale of a woman or a young girl who is going through a spiritual awakening and questioning her reality. And she's in one reality one moment, and the next thing she knows, all of a sudden, she's in a completely different reality where nothing makes sense. Sound familiar? You should watch it. If you haven't already seen it, or if it's been a while, you should watch it again. And then maybe look up some interesting things about what the allegorical meaning behind Alice in Wonderland is. I'm going to go into certain movies in some videos in the future that is going to really kind of shed some light on the journey that you have found yourself on and that you are embarking on, Divine Feminine. I am excited for you. Very, very excited for you. So today, for Divine Feminine, we have the moon in reverse. So that means for your current situation, you are having some interesting dreams. Now, dreams are interesting because there's a movie called Waking Life that really causes you to kind of question what is reality and what is a dream, and you know, the world and the life that you're living right now. Are you dreaming or are you awake? And Divine Feminine, you are experiencing a whole lot of change right now. Which is why you're here and you're seeking, and it's good to seek, so don't stop seeking, okay? But follow your synchronicities, because the universe, God, source, the energy of all things, speaks to you through symbols, signs, and synchronicities, okay? It's a different kind of language. Some would say it's a mathematical language, but that can get a little bit more complicated to explain. These things are not to be ignored. Now, the mind is going to try to interpret them at the level of the mind. The mind is not consciousness. The mind is a tool. It's part of the programming of the body that you have. And it's programmed according to the structures of the world that it's currently living in. So don't judge signs and synchronicities through the mind's story. Instead, be open to allowing it to unfold for you. Another movie, which is a great movie, which is called The Da Vinci Code, old movie. Basically, this guy is kind of going through a spiritual awakening, and signs and synchronicities and, connecting the dots are all happening for this person, and they're coming to some great realizations that only these synchronicities could have led them to. This is kind of like what's happening for you. It's different. These movies, of course, are fictional, and, we can point to them, movies like The Matrix and things like that, for a spiritual allegory. But again, they're just fictional movies. However, some of the truths embedded within them are real and do apply. Your spiritual awakening is real, okay? What you are going through is real. However, there is a lot about the perception of the mind that is just that, perception. And perception can be delusion and illusion. So let these synchronicities teach you and guide you beyond what the material world and your mind currently are aware of and currently know. Divine Feminine, what are the challenges that you are going to face while you're on this awakening journey of yours? Never mind Divine Masculine. Their journey is their journey. Yours is yours, and what you need to focus on is you, okay? It's okay to peek in on the Divine Masculine sometimes, but don't let it distract you, because that's what it is it's just a distraction from you and your journey, and that's where you're going to find yourself. That's where you truly need to be focused on, and that's where you are going to find your true bliss. You think it's through Divine Masculine, but no. It's through something within you, okay? Divine Masculine is just the catalyst to get the ball rolling in the right direction. Now it's up to you to create that momentum for yourself, Divine Feminine. All right, I'm giggling, Divine Feminine, okay? Because I learned something this morning about the Chariot card. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Merkaba, right? But the Merkaba is also the Star of David. And the Merkaba is the light body vehicle that activates during ascension. And it's also known as the Chariot. And so I was just kind of laughing because I just think it's so funny. This card represents, travel and things like that, which people don't realize that the Chariot is the Merkaba. And this has a lot to do with what is happening with you on a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual plane, okay? So Divine Feminine, you are awakening and your light body has been activated. However, sometimes we get so focused on the limitations of the mind that we feel stuck. Well, being stuck is just an illusion because you're not actually bound by anything. You are creating, even if you don't understand natural law, you are still creating through it. You are part of it, you are in it, you are of it, you are it. So I had to giggle when this came up because one of your challenges is to understand and to come into your own power, which means letting go of the mind and the limiting beliefs. You have to look at your shadows. And that's okay, but you're not your shadows, okay? And you're not bound by them either. But if you don't look at them and shine the light of your consciousness, your light body, your soul, the twin flame, that which you seek, on these shadows, then the shadows will continue to exist in your subconscious mind and have creative power. You need to let those things go, which means presence, divine feminine. Be present. You are presence. Okay? Focus on being the observer, looking at the mind, recognizing that you're not the mind, and just seeing the patterns that are there for what they are and realizing that you can overcome them. Don't fall into the traps that the mind loves to present for you, okay? All right, so what does divine feminine need to focus on right now? Well, I'll say my personal opinion is that you should focus on yourself, not the divine masculine, because your answers cannot be found outside of you. Your answers can only be found within you. So you have to focus on yourself. And that doesn't mean focusing on your mind. That means focusing on what is presence. What are you? Know thyself, divine feminine. For this card, we have King of Pentacles or King of Hedgehogs. King of Pentacles. It's a cute little card. You, divine feminine, should be focused on... There's a lot of things that this card could actually represent. Basically, a solid and practical leader, and then also being wise in your investments. Now, a lot of people think, well, being wise in my investments, that must mean money. And of course, you know, King of Hedgehogs, it's the pentacles, which stands for the coin, right? But the thing is what we don't realize is currency comes in many, many, many different forms. Nikola Tesla says, think of things as energy, frequency, and vibration, right? Everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. Money is an energy and a frequency and a vibration. You are an energy, frequency, and vibration. This table is not solid, even though it looks solid, but it's also energy, frequency, and vibration, right? If we zoom in on anything, we realize it's not actually even a solid substance, right? When we get down to the quantum level of things. And so everything is coming together in different densities, different vibrational frequencies, which makes it seem like solid matter. Now, that's just a kind of a little tangent that I went off on, a little tiny fragment of information. But to break it down, divine feminine, be wise in what you are giving your attention to, your energy to, okay? When you are focused on your divine masculine is not focused on you. Why? Because the only reason that they even came into your life to begin with is to wake you up, to activate your light body, to get you started on your ascension path. And it's freaking amazing. Your mind is going to completely disagree, okay? And your mind is going to throw a temper tantrum in the form of a dark night of the soul, and it's going to get all pissy and angry and tell you all these awful things, and it's going to just flare up, and it's going to be a doozy to deal with. And if you're in it right now, you know what I'm talking about. If you've already been through it, you know what I'm talking about. But it's temporary because it's just the death of the ego, right? And any death is a painful death. So the ego doesn't like it, and it's going to throw a temper tantrum, and it's going to try to bring all kinds of negativity in your world through old patterns of perception. So do not give your energy and attention to it. Instead, know that there is something higher for you, divine feminine. I love where this reading is going today. Divine feminine, you are incredible. Focus your attention on the love that you are, the presence that you are. The guidance of the synchronicities in the universe is holding you up and lifting you up and guiding you. You can't do this wrong. Trust your journey. Even when the mind disagrees and tries to tell you a bunch of things that you're doing wrong and blah, 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 just notice it. Shine your light on that. Don't ignore it, but don't focus on it. Don't believe it, okay? You are the creator of your experience, and that's what this is teaching you, is to be a master creator, because that's what you are. A master, divine feminine. You are a master. Okay? Let's see. Divine feminine, what is your past? What are you leaving behind? What is it that you're no longer going to be focusing on? And for this card, we have the Magnificent Magician, the Magi, the Magician, the Magi, the Magus. All right. Beautiful. Okay. You guys are leaving behind stagnant, uncreative feelings of like, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough, I can never learn everything I need to know, I'm stupid, I can't do well in this job, my parents don't really like me that much, my boyfriend or my girlfriend thinks I'm a loser, I've had people treat me badly, whatever it is that the mind has come up with, or that other people's egos have told you, which is total BS, right? Like, you shouldn't listen to your own ego, and you definitely should not listen to the egos of others. Holy cow. The ego, which is also a demiurge. You guys can look that up for those of you that don't know what that is. But the ego is very misleading, okay? So you guys are leaving that stuff behind. The dark night of the soul is the fire that refines the phoenix, okay? It's the death of the old and it's the rebirth of the new, okay? It's the aura, what is it? The aurora borealis, or the I'm messing that up and I can't look it up right now, but it's the snake that's eating its tail, okay? Every ending is a new beginning. Every ending is a new beginning. And right now, this is the beginning of the beginnings for you, Divine Feminine. You are initiated into this, and the flames are burning off all the old so that the new and refined and beautiful and true form that you really are can start to shine your light into this world, because your light is exactly what this world needs. This wouldn't be happening to you if it wasn't, okay? So Divine Feminine, focus on what's important to you, which is your journey, your spiritual awakening, and what truly makes you happy. Be wise in how you spend your currency, right? Your greatest currency is your attention. It's your creative force. I always put this in the wrong spot. It's your creative force. It's your power. Okay? Money, those kinds of things, those all come along with where you put your attention and your energy, right? Your greatest currency, and the currency that you can't get back, is your energy, right? Now, because you've activated, you have eternal energy. However, you can't get back what you've already like once you've spent it, something's going to manifest in your life, is what I'm telling you. There's a book called As a Man Thinketh. It's simple, it's easy to read. It's on YouTube. Read that book. It's like 45 minutes, I think. It's super short, but it's full of valuable information. As a man thinketh, so shall he be. Okay, so what that means is where you give your attention is what is going to happen in your life, right? What you care about, what you truly put your attention into. We think about things that we say we don't care about all the time. Well, we obviously care enough to be thinking about it. We're spending our currency of energy on it, our attention, and then we wonder why it's showing up in our life. Notice that it's there, it's a pattern, redirect yourself away from it, and focus on what you actually want to have manifest in your life. Even if your mind is trying to tell you, you can't have that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Where there's a will, there's a way. So focus on what you want so that what you want manifests in your life, not what you don't want. Don't look at what's happening now in reality as, well, see, this is what's happening right now, and I can't do anything different than that. No, what's happening and manifesting now is old energy already spent unwisely. If you don't like the way it's showing up, then that means you spent some of your energy unwisely on things that didn't serve you. So notice it and then redirect yourself. Focus on what you want, Divine Feminine, so that you can spend that currency wisely. You're leaving behind the old and birthing new creativity by spending your attention wisely, recognizing that you are the light, Divine Feminine. You are the chariot. You are the light. You are the light. Okay, so what are your strengths? Divine Feminine. Strengths of Divine Feminine. Card is stuck. All right. All right. 3 of Wands. Or 3 of Flowers. In Alice's world. All right. This means, Divine Feminine, your strengths reside in your ability to work with others. Your strengths are how you interact with others, the messages that you bring, when you're uplifting to those around you turn around and they're uplifting to you. It's that camaraderie, that teamwork. And if you haven't exercised this skill, then maybe you should look into it. Maybe you should look into it and let go of the fears and the thoughts in your mind that tell you otherwise, okay? Because you guys have this ability to be able to bring others together, to be able to teach others, to be able to trade information back and forth in a unique way. It's always a symbiotic relationship with others. They give and you give, or they take and you take, but it's both, right? There's a symbiotic, balanced relationship that needs to take place. If it doesn't seem balanced, then there's discord and there's something wrong there, and your emotional guidance system is saying step away. But your strengths are your ability to be able to see beyond and be able to bring yourself and others together in a way that others don't see. All right, Divine Feminine, what is our next card here? Near future. What is going to happen to Divine Feminine, or a possible outcome in your near future? Something to be aware of, to look out for. Doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, just be aware of it. Sometimes, when we're paying attention, we see things that are extremely valuable that otherwise we would not see. So, near future, Divine Feminine. And this card is telling me to tell you not to give up if things seem to get hard, okay? Do not give up if things start to seem difficult, or if they're not playing out in the way that your mind is trying to tell you that they should play out. Again, this goes back to trusting the synchronicities, trusting the universe, looking for things beyond the mind, transcending the mind, walking above the waters of the mind, okay? Walk above it. Know who you are. You are the light. You are from above, not from below. You are connected to all things, as above, so below. But you are not the mortal self. You have a mortal self. I also have a car, and I have a house, and I have many things. But I am not those things. They are a part of me, I suppose. They're an experience that I have, but I am not that. I am the generator. I am the source, and so are you, okay? You're not the body, but you have one. You're not the mind, but you have one. So when the mind kicks in with, well, it should be like this, or it should be like that, and you should just give up because everything that you're doing isn't working, and you're doing this all wrong, Divine Feminine. Do not listen to that voice. It is not yours. It is a program meant to distract you from the light and the truth of what you really are. So, do not give up. Do not get distracted. Oscillations are normal. Ups and downs are normal. Periods of self-doubt are normal, but they're not you, and you can turn away from them. Notice them. See the pattern for what it is, no matter how many times it shows up. And eventually, you'll shine so much light on it that shadow will just disappear, because that's what happens to shadows in the light. They no longer exist. The light always overpowers the darkness, and the darkness is only there to serve the light, to illuminate it. And you, Divine Feminine, I'll say it again, are the light. So, advice for Divine Feminine. Focus on the things that give you joy. Give your attention, spend your currency there. Okay, it could be a job, it could be relationships with people, it could be some kind of a hobby, it could be, seeking and gaining knowledge. There's so many different ways that are productive that we like to spend our time and our energy. Focus on the things that bring you joy, okay? If it's not bringing you joy, why are you focusing on it? If it's not giving you something that you need and want and desire, why are you focusing on it? Even the thoughts, like even thoughts about your divine masculine. Oh, well, they don't love me, or they're with this other person, or they didn't show up, or they ghosted me, or whatever. Why are you focusing your attention on that? Is it bringing you joy? No, it's not. It's a trap. It's a distraction. Focus your energy. You are in control of that divine feminine. Redirect your attention. Be present in the moment. Break the cycles so that you can bring the life that you deserve. You deserve it, divine feminine. I know you deserve it. I know you deserve it because there was a time where I thought I didn't deserve it. And when my ego died, I mean, it's not like ego doesn't go away completely. Ego death is transcending the ego and recognizing, that you are above that. But we call it death of the ego. But when I was able to see around my own ego into the truth and the divine light that I am, now I can see around the egos of others and see that same light, that same divine light that's in me, is the same divine light that's in all things. Okay, and if I can see it myself, then I know it exists inside of you, and I can see it inside of you, and I just want you to see it for yourself too, because there is so much joy. You deserve that. You deserve it, divine feminine. Environment for divine feminine. What is going on in environment for divine feminine? Hermit in reverse, divine feminine. You've often felt very lonely in this journey. You felt misunderstood. You don't know who to talk to. You don't know who you can trust. Most people have no idea what a twin flame is, and no idea what spiritual awakening stuff is. And, some people do. You are going to start meeting people through your journey that will understand, because especially the more you bring your light out, the more your light will attract other lights, right? And trust your journey, because the things that you need will be brought to you in the divine timing that they're meant to. But right now, you have experienced a lot of sadness and loneliness, and there are times where you just feel like you don't know how you could ever possibly explain any of this to anyone. And I know, I get it, because I can't either, right? It's too much. How do you explain all of the thousands of synchronicities and the thousands of things that you've learned and the experiences and the way that they've expanded and broadened your awareness and your consciousness in one or two conversations with people? You can't do it. And even those that have gone through it themselves, their journey looks different than your journey, right? It's not always exactly the same. So even they can only understand to a certain level. It's between you and God. It's between you and the universe. It's between you and Source. And all those things will be revealed to all of us at some point in time. However, and that deeper understanding and awareness will be able to be felt throughout all. However, right now, this is your journey and it's meant for you. And that's okay. Don't be lonely in it. Okay? Show up for yourself the way that you've always wanted others to show up for you. Okay? The love that you are is the love that you create. Right? And it can't be taken from you, and it can't be given to you. And you're never alone. You are 100% right now surrounded by so much constant creation. Look at all of this. This is all living creation, and you are literally immersed in it. So you're never alone. Spirit Source is completely aware of every breath that you take and every thought that crosses your path and every action that you choose to create with. So you're never alone. Follow the synchronicities, you guys. Follow them. Believe. You don't have to know exactly where they're going. You don't have to know what every synchronicity means. Okay? You don't have to figure out every synchronicity. Just know that they're showing up for you to show you, yes, you're on the right path. You're going in the right direction. Everything's all good. You don't need to worry about it, right? Everything's okay. Hopes and fears for divine feminine. Hopes and fears for you, divine feminine. All right. probably afraid of challenging situations, others that could potentially come in and mess up the manifesting desires that you have. Afraid that you're going to get in your own way and stumble and trip and make mistakes. Desire for, you have hopes towards certain situations happening and playing out a certain way, and fears that they won't happen. Maybe you have desire for a relationship, or a desire for a certain job, or desire to build and accumulate stability and wealth, and you're afraid that someone or something will sabotage that. But everything on your journey is trying to tell you that you are known and that you are supported. So spend your attention wisely, right? That is your manifesting power. Listen to not Alan Watts. He's great too. He's great too. But also listen to Neville Goddard, okay? Neville Goddard, you don't have to understand quantum physics and all the actual like elemental laws of the universe in order to fully understand how to use them, right? I don't have to know the quantum physics of a pencil to pick it up and be able to write with it, right? I don't need to know exactly how it works and how it was made. I just know that it works. It writes down what I want it to. It's the same thing with manifesting the life that you want. Listen to Neville Goddard and teachers like him. The algorithms will pick up on it when you start doing the searches for it. And the right teachers and mentors will cross your path. Now, every teacher and mentor is only going to have little bits of information for you. The rest of it is all up to you, but your journey is guiding you. So trust it, okay? Trust it. Some of the things that you hear you'll resonate with, and some of them you won't, and that's okay. That's okay. That's why there are many of us. We're all showing up for each other on this journey. We're all crossing each other's paths for a reason. There is no such thing as chance. Everything happens for a reason. So, potential outcome, Divine Feminine. Potential outcome. You are going to step into your power, Divine Feminine. Okay? You are going to master all of this and recognize and remember the truth of who you are, what you've always been. You are in Creator School and you're about to graduate. That's the truth. You are in Creator School and you are about to graduate. What happens beyond this? Well, that's for you to decide, Divine Feminine. You are the creator. I love you guys so much. What an incredibly beautiful reading. I'm going to give you guys another card, which is my Major Arcana set for Alice in Wonderland. It's just Major Arcana, no Minor Arcana. The higher keys here. And so we're going to pull a Major Arcana card for you. And let's see what it says. And of course, it is Judgment. Clarity, a wake-up call, knowing your purpose in life. Okay, that doesn't surprise me following this right here. You are stepping into your power. You've got clarity. You have the judgment is sometimes looked at as like a bad or a negative thing because like, oh, you shouldn't judge. But judgment is a valuable part of our process, okay? It's the discernment that you need to be able to use your wisdom and the knowledge and the power that you have wisely. And you've achieved that. Again, you are graduating, and because of that, you are stepping into your life's purpose, what you came here for. All right, self-actualization. You are manifesting that right now. And all the little pieces of the puzzle, even the ones that seem like they're completely out of place, they're all there for a reason. Again, there's no such thing as chance. The universe is guiding you. You can never be off your path. All right, sometimes the stepping stones are not in the order that we expect from the level of the mind, but that's okay. You are something greater than the mind, and you know that now. You're stepping into your power. You've got clarity. You know exactly what you want, and you know how to get it. So now you get to create here your heaven on earth. I love you, Divine Feminine. I hope you guys like this reading. I sure did, and I'm looking forward to talking with you guys again soon. Au revoir. Until then, blessings.